Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it from our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a fascinating dual-time alarm, really the minute repeater of alarm watches in a sporting mode. The Ulysse Nardin Sonata Streamline, launched in 2013 as the follow-up to 2003's Sonata, the most deluxe of alarm watch calibers, combined with a more rugged, sporting, water-resistant, and, dare I say, yacht-inspired exterior. So the timepiece on my 16cm circumference wrist is big and bold. Larger than the original Sonata, it's also shaped differently. 44mm in diameter, it's not nearly as thick as I expected. 14.4 is not svelte, but nor is it the hamburger that I anticipated, with automatic winding, a grand date, a count-up, countdown alarm, alarm on-off, and cathedral-style chimes. This is a relatively easy watch to wear on my 16cm circumference wrist, and you can see that lug-to-lug, it's not unreasonable. Only 53mm because of the curvature of the case, and you can really see it to good effect from this angle. The watch does arc down and around your wrist quite effectively. The ergonomic equation is excellent. The strap is fully integrated to the case band, and I should add the watch is made of a combination of pink gold, grade 5 titanium, both satin and polished, and a ceramic bezel for scratch resistance. It provides abundant contrast as well as a handsome degree of design detail, as almost every surface, every facet features a different finish, material, texture, or tone. It's a lovely watch. The strap itself is substantial. It features conforming end profile so that you'll always have an all-of-a-piece look with no daylight showing between strap and case. It's bolstered, it's thick, there's a lot of material here, and UN does not short you the leather. Calfskin on the bottom, gator on the top, large rectangular scale, and there is a trigger-actuated, double-deployant Ulysse Nardin titanium buckle. And look how the interior features both relieved and polished logo and border, with the remainder satin finished. That is exquisite attention to detail. The clasp itself features trigger release, so it cannot accidentally pop open. And you can see a DLC coated buckle in titanium. The watch, mostly of titanium. You can see the Ulysse Nardin anchor, the signature of the longtime purveyor of marine chronometers, and the watch itself does have a marine sensibility about it, as the #1 reference cited by Ulysse Nardin in the design, the chief inspiration, was the modern superyacht. You can see there are all sorts of evacuated, arcing, evanescent, beautifully contrasting, scalloped, flared, and one might even say somewhat baroque elements to this case, which features not only a panoply of surface and textures, but also many individual controls for its numerous functions. Let's talk a little bit about the dial, and then we'll get into those functions. The dial features a vertical striation not dissimilar to Omega's Aquaterra teak deck concept, the same reference, yachts. You can see that there's quite a good deal going on here. You have a double-digit date, you have a bridge featuring black polished governor, so it features a chime, much like a minute repeater, with a measured cadence. It doesn't ring rapidly like, say, a Memovox or a Vulcan Cricket. It has a minute repeater chime, and if you look through the case back, you can actually see circumferentially black polished minute repeater gongs, so the running gear is exactly the same as you would find in a repeater, which is why it has that same lyrical cadence and musical tone. The dial also features a date that shows you the time of the month. It's linked to the time at center. You have a local time zone at center that is linked to that date, and you can adjust forward or backwards using the GMT plus or minus system. You can also adjust the date bidirectionally. Put that back in place. You can adjust the date bidirectionally using a quick set that is, as you can see, bidirectional. A wonderful flourish, and one that features immense convenience if you do need to just turn the date backwards. Now, the timepiece also features an on-off for the alarm. So you have the ability to turn it on and off as you please. There's also the ability to set the alarm in a 24-hour format. You can set it by the time of day, or you can set it in countdown mode. So you can see how the hour and minute hand for the countdown dial are both aligned. That tells you that if I were to activate, the alarm is set for exactly now. You can see how the time on the alarm setting dial matches the time at center. Therefore, the countdown is completely zeroed. The countdown is 0 seconds remaining. Now you have a second time zone down at 6 o'clock, and when you pull the crown to extremity, you gain the ability to set the time for the alarm. When you pull the crown to its intermediate position, now you can move everything in sync. You can see how the 24-hour dial, which is settable independently, starts to move in sync. Center seconds, you have that on-off function, you have the plus-minus pushers for your local time zone, and I'm actually going to mic the watch up right now so you can hear that wonderful musical quality of the Sonata to better effect. Sorry there. You do have to make sure, when setting the alarm, that the countdown is zeroed. That's the easiest way to set the alarm for immediate action. As you can hear, it lives up to its billing, and that quite easily. Now the watch is relatively sophisticated in its engineering. Underneath the caseback is a Ulysse Nardin caliber UN67. The original Sonata caliber was the UN66. The 67 more refined in several respects. First, it features a silicon anti-magnetic hairspring. Second, it features a free-sprung architecture for the balance wheel, and this movement, incredibly, pivots on 109 joules. You can see a bidirectional winding rotor on unlubricated ceramic bearings for high efficiency. You can also see there's a silicon insert to remind you of UN's in-house silicon technology via its wholly owned subsidiary Sigitech. The rotor itself features a rusticated brushed finish on top of 22-karat white gold, and the watch with Sonata Cathedral etched and inked on the rotor reminds you that not only is this the Sonata, but it features minute repeater style cathedral gongs that ring 1.5 times around the circumference of the movement. Bidirectional winding, 42-hour power reserve. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and it uses a variation on the bidirectional winding system known as Magic Lever, which is highly rugged and efficient. All of this water resistant down to 50 meters, considerably more than the original Sonata's 20 to 30. You can see the Sonata Streamline, Alarm GMT, and make it yours on the watch box. Plenty of loom for the Sonata Streamline.